Hollywood A-listers came out for the annual Gotham Awards.
I was there.
You were not, but that's okay. That's fine. Margot Robbie channeled Barbie yet again with this black dress and cape that was inspired by the 1964 Black Magic Barbie doll. Leonardo DiCaprio posed on the red carpet with actress Lily Gladstone, who picked up an award. And Bradley Cooper's movie Maestro was also honored during the award ceremony. And Penelope Cruz looked stunning. Oh, she does. Wow. In this white lace gown. But everyone is talking about Robert De Niro because he claimed part of his speech about former President Donald Trump was removed from the teleprompter. So he started reading it from his phone instead. Take a look.
The former president lied to us more than 30,000 times during his 4 years in office. And he's keeping up the pace in his current campaign of retribution. But with all his lies, he can't hide his soul. Gotham, blah, 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 Apple, but I don't feel like thanking them at all for what they did. How dare they?
So he was angry, Tori, very angry that they censored him, so to speak.
That's right. Now, Apple produced the movie, which is Killers of the Flower Moon, which is a fantastic book. I highly recommend you all see it. And it's really the story of a cover-up from the United States government and the massacre of the Osage Native American Indians and what that means, the dichotomy of what the government is telling you and the gaslighting that is really going on. So what does De Niro choose to do? Talked about the truth and who's covering up and who's gaslighting him. In this case, he feels like it was Apple. It's a very De Niro thing. It's a New York thing. It's a Gotham Awards thing. And he felt comfortable in that space to do a protest and do it. He's allowed. He will get some flack, but he has earned that credit in my mind. It's a lot like Clint Eastwood when he did the chair thing. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, what was that? That was his take on it. And if he wants to do that, he's allowed.
Well, my question is, Jeff, I want to know your thoughts on this. What rights does the platform have? The people hosting the event, the people that put the movie on, the people that produce the movie, in terms of saying we don't want this on our platform at this time during your speech? Do you think that they have a right to say that they don't want certain subjects covered, or is that an infringement on your rights? Like, where does Robert's rights end and Gotham Awards, Apple's rights begin?
I don't know. I think it's the subject matter to start with. I don't think they wanted to talk about politics because I think everyone kind of gets aggravated when you bring up politics, no matter what side you're on. But in Hollywood, it seems if you are disparaging Donald Trump, you're okay to go on. If he were to go up there and did a movie about something Biden did or Obama dropping drone strikes on someone, and that movie was about that, and you disparage President Obama in some sort of way, they might have pulled the cameras off, and you might have got reprimanded in a way that we're not hiring you for our next film. Hollywood doesn't do that if you're on the right, or I should say the left side of things, but on the right side of things. They'll let you say what you want. But I think moving forward, I don't think award shows want that. Given you just do entertain us, give your awards. We don't need to know your place in politics. At least that is for me. Already the award shows have become, here's an award for being you, not so much what you did, but we're going to check this box. Gotham Awards, get real. Right. I know there's good awards there, but I think the public, I'll speak for myself, who's a very centered person, I'm over it. I'm over your take on politics. And
I'll speak to my bias, because when I hear certain celebrities go up there and speak, whether it's towards feminism or whatever it may be, I'll be like, yes, and I'll clap. But then I will say to myself, if I see someone on the other side saying something that I don't agree with, I will get offended. That's something I'm working on, because I don't think being someone, to your point, this double standard, I want to hear, if I'm going to hear from one person, I should be able to hear from everybody, right? And then use my own discernment to say, okay, I don't agree with that, but that's their freedom of speech and that's their perspective. But I do have trouble with that.
I mean,
so
the fact that you even recognize that you have bias is such a huge step that I don't think a lot of people are able to do, because it's hard to...
Is it bias or like-mindedness?
I think it's like-mindedness, but I think you bring up a good point. Wouldn't it be amazing to just sit at this table and talk about whatever you want, and I see your side and you see my side, instead of people writing in saying, you want to take my job away from my family?
Yeah.
Or I can't be
missing.
Hired on this movie, even though I'm center, just because I'm not on your team.
Right.
I'm not even on the other team. I'm center. Just because I'm not on your team, I should lose my job, and I shouldn't be able to work again in Hollywood, the industry that I worked 25 years to get to this spot.
Right.
You have the right to say where I should work.
Instead of just having a conversation and perhaps learning something.
Where did that go?
I don't
extreme tribalism is what
I
that
know.
is. It's echo chamber after echo chamber.
I think shows like this show, I'm on eggshells. You know what I mean? So in my real life, I distance myself because I don't want to walk on eggshells at my own house.
Sure.
And I've lost friends and groups of people, and I don't keep in contact with people because people label you for whatever you may think, and it's not my ideology at all. Right. At home, I'm dancing around in my underwear with reindeer ears on, having a good time. You love it. You know what I mean? Maybe not, but
no, I'm with you though.
But it's gotten out of control, and people can't have a conversation
and no one
anymore.
listens anymore.
No
one. So I'm with you there, 1000%. Okay, we're going to switch gears because Paris Hilton revealed that she kept her baby girl a secret from her family until Thanksgiving. So Paris shared a video with her son announcing that he was going to be a big brother. Paris told Kelly and Mark how it all went down. Take a look.
Pass the turkey, here's London.
Yeah, exactly. Pass the turkey. Oh, let me go. I want to show you something. How did that go?
I walk in just holding like a pink blanket with the baby, and everybody was sitting there like, what?
I mean, we were at the wrong Thanksgiving.
I know. I know.
That was so exciting.
So special.
Did everyone burst into tears?
Yes, everyone was just, they couldn't believe it. It was the best Thanksgiving I've ever had in my life.
In a preview of her show, Paris in Love, she told her mom, Kathy, why she kept her son's arrival. So now we're talking about her son via surrogate, a secret from her family and the entire world. Watch.
I just feel like my whole life has been so public, and I just didn't want to have the media and people talking about my son before he was born. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you before, but this is my baby.
Good for her.
Wow.
Good for her. Because you know what else about Paris Hilton? She was abused and kept that secret for a long, long time. That poor, I mean, I'm not saying poor Paris Hilton, but I'm saying at no point did she feel she had a tiny little box just for herself. Everything was always out there. Everything was always told. And for once, she had her own thing. And it was something she created solely with her own family. Kathy Hilton is a tattletale. She gets a couple glasses of wine. She tells everyone. She's a public figure. Keep it quiet. Keep it protective.
It's not just her own thing.
What do you mean?
It's a baby coming into the family. That's a big, I mean, if somebody had a baby in my family, I'd be like, that's your baby. I mean, I feel like we're part of a smaller tribe, and like,
I agree with you.
It's a lot of emotion to be like, oh, there's a baby here that I'm related to. It's just, it's a lot to drop on somebody over Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, that was, so the Thanksgiving dinner, yes, was the new baby girl. The baby boy, they had no idea of either.
Both surprises.
So now it's two surprises. But to Tori's point,
those are big surprises.
I agree with you. In my own family, that wouldn't fly.
Right.
But if she's afraid that the paparazzi is going to be knocking on her door every day because her mom told X, Y, and Z,
she tells a lot.
I do understand why she would have to keep that to herself, because she doesn't want people following her left and right and saying things about her baby.
Yeah, I'm still laughing at the morning show clip. Did you ever see that Saturday Night clip? I'm totally taking this in a different direction with Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry. Yeah. And they just have mugs like they're the morning show, and they're like, oh my God, that's hilarious. It's like they were like,
right.
I was like, all right, we got it.
Oh, you mean Kelly Ripa?
Yeah. It was a little much for me.
It feels scripted when you look at those.
But when I just watched that clip on Saturday Night Live. You should go watch it with Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry. And Chris Farley's like, I just told you what happened. It's real funny.
Chris Farley.
The best.
Oh, the best.
I was thinking about him this weekend.
R.I.P. to Farley.
They're like, wouldn't you go to Disneyland? He's like, I just told you I went to Disneyland. Like, that's crazy. I can't believe you went to Disneyland. And he gets real pissed.
It's true. He's right. Check out that clip.